House Intelligence Committee Chairman Devin Nunes has denied Senate Intelligence Committee Chairman Senator Richard Burr's staff access to that classified memo. Only House members now can view the memorandum. My first guest tonight, part of a group of 65 lawmakers who are demanding its immediate release. He says nothing within that memo would impair national security. And joining us now, Congressman Andy Biggs, a member of the House Judiciary Committee. Congressman, good to see you tonight, and much has happened. And one of the most, one of the fastest recoveries of missing emails of that volume in the history of the digital universe. Unfortunately, it was the DOJ and FBI who had to do the scrambling. What do you make of it?
Well, it's a technological miracle, Lou, isn't it? I mean, what you have going on is a continued pattern of stonewalling and hiding the ball and not letting Congress get to the bottom of it, because the FBI and DOJ leaders, it's not the rank and file, we're talking the very top brass here, they want to keep this secret and under wraps because there's some damaging information, no doubt, in those text messages. There's going to continue to be revelations. This stuff has just been trickling out now for months. And the fact that they had the audacity to tell folks 6 months ago we couldn't find it, but now all of a sudden they have it. You know, the Inspector General's got to be pulling his hair out thinking about the deception that's going on there with upper levels of the FBI and DOJ, and it's undermining the rule of law in this country.
Yeah, Senator John Cornyn talking about the poor FBI and the poor Department of Justice having their integrity questioned. Are you kidding me? This is a U.S. senator watching everything run out before him, and he's worried about their feelings? This is mind-boggling.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I mean, these are long-term professionals. They have every capacity, they have every technology at their fingertips, and what we're seeing is not a willingness to cooperate with Congress, but instead a willingness to basically hide the ball. And it traces everything back, all the things that we've seen that have trickled out over the months. It's audacious for them to say, you know, how come you're disrespecting us?
And they sent out a flack today from the Department of Justice to respond to the national media. A flack. Not the Attorney General, not a Deputy Attorney General, not the Director of the FBI or Assistant Director. I mean, my God, how arrogant can they be?
Well, exactly right. I'm 100% in agreement with you, Lou. I mean, we're talking, they want to see the memo first. Right? They say we shouldn't release the memo. I'm saying you need to release the memo because it isn't the memo that's going to undermine the integrity or the people's view of the integrity of these agencies. It's their conduct and action even now with these text messages. It really undermines their credibility at the highest levels.
And we want to turn very quickly, we've only got you here for a little while, and that is to the administration's 4 pillars, as they refer to it, of the border security and immigration reform. If we could, let's put that up. The White House releasing this today. It turns out to call for a 10 to 12-year path to citizenship for 1.8 million DACA recipients and other DACA-eligible illegal immigrants with work and education requirements. That number would expand that up possibly to as many as 5 million people, by the way. We're not sure, but there's no numerical cap. And at 25, and now you're ready for this? The wall has suddenly, Congressman, become a $25 billion trust fund, not only for a wall, but for ports of entry and other expenses pertaining to border security. That's quite a metamorphosis, even by Washington standards. And to limit, not end, limit chain migration to the nuclear family, and, oh yes, end the visa lottery system. Your reaction, Congressman?
Well, when I first heard it, Lou, I actually said to myself, can this be true? This has got to be, somebody's punking me here. This just doesn't work. I mean, let's talk about the real pillars. The real pillars are the border wall. Let's put some pillars in there to create the border wall. Let's get the border secure. And then let's get the internal enforcement. And then let's remove the incentives to stay here. Oh, I don't know, like an amnesty program. An amnesty program provides incentives to come here. And as we've seen, there's been a surge and an uptick in unaccompanied minors and families crossing the border thinking that they're going to somehow get an amnesty or a DACA coming forward. This is, in my opinion, it's not what needs to be happening. I'm stunned by it, to be honest with you.
Well, I think a lot of people are. One expected some changes and some ambiguity, part of negotiating positions, but this is a four-legged monster that seems designed by the person who ran against the man we elected to the office, rather than something that he would conjure. Your final thoughts on that as we wrap up here?
Absolutely right. I've said there should be no DACA, no even discussion of DACA. Don't even consider it. I think these people are in the country illegally. We're putting them ahead of people who've done it the right way. That's a problem. We should not be doing anything until we've paid for, started, and completed that wall. And I'm not happy with the plan as presented.
No. And straightforwardly, I have said throughout and for some 15 years, a little longer than that now, 16 years, that you cannot reform meaningfully immigration law if you cannot control your borders. Right. And there is nothing in this that suggests that we will or would.